Are you getting... Okay, I hope you're getting stereo audio. Anyway, I am GliitchWiitch. I am here to play a video game for you now while I'm restreaming, so it's good. So, let me just... I guess get... Well, I should have gotten more water. But, you know, as you do. Okay. Okay. Alright then. Sorry about that. Just technical stuff. Restreaming and doing this at the same time is certainly an experience. Anyway, I'll get going with Knight Rider. Because, you know, you're all dying to see it. Obviously. I have been brought water. This is a good experience. Anyway, I will keep it more professional now. Let's go. Knight Rider is a video game, and I'll tell you about it as I'm playing it. So let's count with 3, 2, 1. Well, nope, wrong button. 3, 2, 1, and go. I wanted my chat on a very particular part of my screen. I see everything's working. Okay, so this is a Knight Rider video game that came out in Japan and not the United States. It is for the PC Engine. It looks a lot like Rad Racer, obviously. You have a car, you have gun, and there are things. This game has been being very mean to me. After every stage is going to be a boss fight. The boss fights have not been nice to me lately. But they should be totally fine, and it's going to be pretty easy pickings until stage 3, and then hopefully we don't lose in stage 3 a lot. Anyway, so what is going on the screen? I am driving, I am shooting. I don't know why these cars are evil, but we need to shoot them. It's part of the course. And let me explain how this game moves. So most games you'd think that you have accelerate on one button, shoot on the other, right? Like, that's what we're thinking here. No, this game does not have accelerate on one button and move on the other. The accelerate button is up. The brake button is down. I'm playing on a TurboGrafx 16. This is a 2-button controller. And, one button shoots. And let me explain what the other button jumps. Like that. Why am I jumping? I don't know why. I shouldn't have taken that hit. But I had to show you all the jump and it threw me off my groove. Anyway, first stage you've got plenty of time to play around in. It really doesn't matter what you do here as long as you aren't, like, completely off base. Stage 3 is where the timing gets a little tight. Actually, I'm doing really poor on health right now. But, you know, let's hopefully we don't die in stage 1. I can easily die here if this car decides to get a little more ambitious. But I think we're clear. Also, every level ends in a boss fight. Cargo to skies. This is the first boss. It's this yellow car. This yellow car is mostly harmless. You just kind of spam the attack button and you'll win. And then we get our nice Japanese words. Anyway, here's a new option. We get the ability to do one side. One side is, we will not be needing it or using it for this run, but of course I will show it to you. Because, I mean, I'm here to show this game. This is one side. Why? But you can just stay that way. It's not recommended. You go slower. There's no reason to do it. You kind of turn a little bit better, but you don't really need to worry about turning. Well, you do need to worry about turning, because it's rad, yes. That is exactly what we're here for. Bonus. So, I explained a little bit earlier, now we have these little planes shooting at us, that up is accelerate, and up is accelerate. If I let go of up, I don't slow down. It's like a throttle, instead of like, how every single car works. So, what you want to do is raise your throttle to close to 300 kilometers an hour. And then during turns, just let go of up and just steer. If you do that, it doesn't matter how fast you're going, you'll never spin out. 300 kilometers an hour, yeah, 300 kilometers an hour is the fastest you can move. So you just stay at 300, and as long as you're not hitting up during your turns and you're, like, tapping the turn instead of holding it, you'll do totally fine. I forgot to jump. Wow, okay, I was just busy talking about the stage, and I forgot about the rocks in the road. So, shout out to those rocks. That might spell me losing this, but I hope not. But it very might well. Yeah. 1. Hey, we made it. Okay, we should be fine now. We hit the rocks, but everything's a-okay. You don't get, like, bonus time when you hit areas. You just get a new set of time. As far as I can tell, at least. Anyway, as long as we don't make any grievous errors on this stage, we'll be okay. I just got carried away talking. The next stage is the one that's like, oh god, about those grievous errors! Ah, we're fine! Oh, this is spicy! Anyway, we're still in it. Second boss is this car, which is very weird. The trick to this car is don't be near it when it's close to you. And don't hit these rocks. When you hit the rocks, it just gets a bunch of free hits on you. Which actually, we might... Nope, we didn't lose. We didn't lose. Now we've earned everyone's favorite weapon. Lasers. I don't know how you all feel about lasers, but now we've got them. Get ready for this noise. So, if anybody knows TurboGrafx controllers, they have built-in auto-fire. You might be asking, GliitchWiitch, I hear tapping on the controller. Why are you not using auto-fire? When I turn on auto-fire, it either works really well or it doesn't work at all. And I don't really know what the difference is. And if you go to the third auto-fire setting, you just don't fire. It's like too fast for the game to process the inputs. So I tap. Because that's the most consistent thing you can do. Okay, stage 3. Stage 3 is very spooky turns at the end. Stage 3 has 9 seconds of leeway in it. Like, if you do everything perfectly, you will have 9 seconds at the end of your timer when you end. Which makes it, like, this ludicrously unfair stage, and why I gave it to people in the GDQ Gauntlet. So, I'm gonna be a little quiet during these turns, because I'm scared. A single crash, we have to redo the stage. Okay, that's bad. We might just have to replay New York, but we'll see what happens. Normally, I'm out of the turns by now. This game is very mean. Small chance we can make it? I don't think so. I don't think we're getting there. And if we do... Because there's one more turn, and then we're clear. 2, 1, let's jump! We failed. Anyway, that's fine. We get unlimited continues. We'll just redo that. This is a 14-minute game with a 22-minute estimate for a reason. Anyway, New York Stage 3. Look at those spooky turns at the end. They're very mean. And if I hit anything, it's kaput. Alright, let's switch back to our laser and get going. There is also a chance of this game just having, like this run in general, just having to be mercy killed, honestly. And if we get close to estimate, I'll be doing that. I hope I don't have to. But I also don't know what my timer's at. I can fix that. Gonging myself, basically. Like, I have played this game a lot. I have tried to do crashless runs, but one stage refuses to go crashless, but it's a stage where they give you way too much time. So, but still, even putting so much time into this game, sometimes the game just wins. Mostly when they put a vehicle in your way, around the corner of a turn that you can't possibly react to, or it pushes you into a corner like that. Oh, this video game sometimes. So you literally can't do anything about that. It's such a weird game. And I was thinking about that coming up to this, and I submitted it. I'm like, okay, let's do this. I can do this, no problem. I've got this consistent. And then the game kept doing it to me. But let's see what happens. We'll go fast. Yeah, we don't have enough time to get around here. You need about 20 seconds when you're coming out of the spooky turns. And I just don't have it. So once again, GG to this game. The game wins again. Trying to get everything on screen that I need. Okay, there we go. Let's try it one more time. But yes, your amethyst panics are appreciated. And you might think, like, wow, she sucks at this game. I promise, I don't. I promise this game is just a mean mistress at times, and I can't really do much about that. But I did a bunch of D-Rust runs, and New York really stuck it to me for, like, the beginning of them. And then I got through it 3 times without a problem, so... okay. Sometimes New York just wants it more. And who's gonna say no to that? So crashing in the first part, which we didn't do, thankfully, anyway, doesn't really affect you much. So you get a certain amount of time left instead of just extra time. So, you can crash in the beginning. We just want to get to 300 and hopefully maintain that throughout all of this section. And the real key, turning early. Oh, we're getting a little off-road here. That's alright. Don't like this turn. Don't feel good. Alright, we're through, I think. Alright, everyone. Exhale, we're through. We're through. Everyone just chill. We made it. There's still another hurdle in the game. And I don't appreciate that boss that's gonna come up eventually. There's a helicopter we have to fight later, and it likes to cheat. But we made it through level 3. Against all odds with this game that hates us. Thankfully, level 3 is merciful and has a super easy boss of these guys on motorcycles. There are still some things that can hit you, but for the most part... Excuse me, do you want to come into the shooting range? Thank you. You just shoot at the motorcycles. And that's it. You do it. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, this stage. Stage 4. Stage 4 is silly. The Grand Canyon. It is long. They give you so much time to beat it with. So let's move it. You can beat a motorcycle by hitting it. Thank you. You get so much time to complete this stage that there's a jump in it that I should be remembering, but it really doesn't matter if I make it. It is right after, I think, the Area 1 sign. There's going to be a bunch of rocks on the road as well, or it might be landmines in this one. As well, you can kind of sit on this right line, and half the time you'll get through without a problem, and half the time you won't. Who's it up to? It's up to the game, not me. There's the mines. No, we don't jump over a thing. We just jump over, like, a place. We jump over mines. I'm not really too worried about damage in this stage. There is the next stage after this, I'm really worried about damage. Because it's the way the level kills you. And if you... It's not like a typical stage time-wise, it just loves to pour damage on you. Wait, this isn't the stage where you have like a ton of time, it's that stage. So this stage is mostly pretty easy. I assume Kit could jump the Grand Canyon. I mean, I don't know much about Knight Rider, to be super honest, but I bet it could do it. At 300 kilometers an hour? Probably. Especially because you saw me jump earlier and come right back down. If you hold the jump button, you stay up there for a long time. It just becomes this dangerous game of chicken because you're probably going to land on the side of the road. And it's going to hurt. There's also a nice, like, a good indication of when there's going to be mines. Because you see the obstacles on the sides of the road? Those disappear when there's going to be mines or obstacles in the road. So you know when you could just, like, jump or go to the side. Anyway, here's Herbie, I think. It's like a lobster car of some sort, but it also could be Herbie. Ow. I do not like rock. A mostly challengeless boss. Okay, 2 more stages. Sort of. So this is a boss fight that you're supposed to lose to. If anyone knows the show, this is Carr, Kit's rival. Everyone get your F's out in chat, because Kit is dead. Doesn't look good. You think we can fix him? I'll try, but it'll take some time. You have to watch this cutscene. Anyway, Kit's fine now. He spun around in a circle, there was some flashing, and we're repaired. And now here's the last stage. It's just such an unnecessary cutscene. He's not dead, just dead. This is the stage that will kill you in damage and not time. This is the ice stage. Every time I try to do a crashless run, I just give up because of this stage. It's just not happening. I'm probably gonna hit the wall multiple times. It's okay. We have so much time in reserve that I don't think I've ever run out of time on this stage. I've just run out of health. If you run out of health on this stage, you get sent back to the start of the previous stage. We get to watch the Kid is Dead cutscene again. Not even just the previous stage, but the previous, like, actual driving stage and not, like, the boss fight you have to die in. So take precautions. Don't hit bad things. Don't hit that truck like I just did. Excuse me. I need to drive. No! Oh, gosh. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I can't explain how mean this stage and rough this stage is. The boss of this stage is the biggest gatekeeper I've ever seen in video games to beating a game. For all intents and purposes, it is the final actual boss, but there is another encounter afterwards. And it's a silly, I don't understand kind of boss that I literally don't know how it works. I just hit buttons until the game beats itself. Hopefully we'll get to see that. If I lose this helicopter, we'll give it one more shot but oh god. That was a mine. It's okay. Let's go. Alright. Almost through here. You see that distance meter in the corner is almost full. And this tunnel is the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, figuratively and possibly literally. Look how long you can jump. Okay, helicopter. All the rules change for the helicopter fight. There are mines. You can turn around. Every time you jump, you take a lot of damage. When you hit a mine, you flip, and sometimes you just flip again for some reason. Every time you jump, you just hurt yourself. So you want to wait for the helicopter to be further away, like that, then jump for it. Everything about this fight sucks so much. Oh, I'm dead. One more attempt and that's it. And then I'm mercying this run, but you got to see 98% of the game. Also, W. Michael. Let's go. If Temp is out there, I'm sure Temp does not mind if I have to cut it. Because I like keeping us on schedule, and I know this game is just sometimes not going to let me have it. And what's really funny, the first time I beat this game, I got to the helicopter, and it was no problem. Like, none whatsoever. First try, just spam jump and attack. Everything went fine. And then I get back to it later runs, and it's this giant roadblock, and I just can't get rid of it. Knight Rider doesn't understand schedules, but I do. Jump! No! Sometimes you just don't jump. So in this level, the strat is if you start to go off-road, just jump and hope you don't land on a rock. And usually that works out pretty well. Or I can just adopt the strat of not jumping. The controls are very loose when it comes to jumping, and sometimes shooting also. So, we're over time, but, you know, we'll give this one more shot, because it is just literally a free boss fight after this, and then that's GG. And I'd love to beat this game if possible. But good golly is it Marathon unsafe. Cool trees. Halfway through our life is half gone. It's fine. So I'll talk about the final boss. It's this, you have this cutscene about getting out of the car and like disabling this explosion. None of that happens in the game. It happens in a cutscene, if anything. And then it cuts to a screen of a car in front of a computer of some sort. Yeah, we're not getting through this. And then it's it kind of just, you shoot it and turn around and drive away and the game ends. We might get through this, I don't know. If nobody shoots at me, I'll get through it. But that's asking this game a lot. We'll just take unbelievably safe strats. Okay, Against all odds, we made it. Oh, I should not have jumped. That hurts me. Anyway. Last shot on the helicopter. Let's turn around. By the way, you can hit things when you're driving away from the camera. We got no damage on that one. Got a hit. That's the point where you can't hit the helicopter. Sometimes it just doesn't want to take damage, and I don't understand why. I don't wish this boss fight on anybody. Ah! I'm like, there's mines! Okay, the game didn't want me to finish today, but it's okay. Let's cut to an intermission. We got A Bug's Life coming up next, but you know, I gave it a shot. Whatever. Let's stop that timer. I don't want this to go too late. Anyway, thank you so much. That was most of Knight Rider. But sometimes the game just wants it more. And that's fine. It's the game's time in the sun today. Anyway, enjoy the tunes. I'll be back.